For store 2618 McCloud, we are here for a kitchen measure today and a master bathroom measure. This are going to be a couple of different plans and notes on here as far as the kitchen measure does go. This is going to be the bathroom. We'll hit pause here in just a second and head on over there, but let's go ahead and go through the kitchen first. The first thing that we will note is that this is going to be the overall entire kitchen. As you can see, we are at an active construction site, so we are only at framing right now. We do plan on using 1/2-inch drywall for this installation. And then we do plan on right now having LVP flooring throughout the entire first floor. So with the homeowners already know that the LVP flooring cannot go underneath the new cabinetry. We also do have an island planned right over here. I'm not sure if you can see the marks on the camera. However, we do have a couple of different marks here. Moving the island 6 inches towards the refrigerator inside of the plan, so that we have just 36 inches of free walk space in front of the refrigerator instead of the 48 inches, which is where I originally measured the island out. I did go over the island and the spacing for the homeowners. One thing that we do want to mention is on the opposite side of the island area, we do have a corner right over here that is going to be landing against the island as well. Now, go ahead and double check the walk space. We want to have a minimum of a 36-inch clear walk space between the corner of where this drywall will end and the end of the island itself, keeping a 12-inch overhang on that island. Now, also with the 12-inch overhang, one thing to note is that we do want to make sure that that 12-inch overhang does have the additional support underneath that overhang as needed, if it is needed at all. So go ahead and confirm that with the countertop company. A lot of the times, as long as they are over 10 inches, then you will need a additional under counter support, which you can go ahead and do the hidden brackets underneath the countertop. Now, with that being said, the back of the island inside of the design, as you can see, is actually planned to be I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'll give you a quick zoom in. There is no framing in the back of the island right now. The back of the island is going to be just a panel there, but we don't have a chase or electrical chase or anything else like that. So right now, where we can see where the electrical is coming out of the island, that is actually going to be inside of the toe kick area. And more than likely, we'll plan on having that electrical or that conduit pipe extending straight up into the cabinet and then out. So you will see the box from the inside of your cabinet for this cabinet over here. So please do keep in mind that you will need at least 3 inches on the inside of the cabinet for that box, unless we do build it out or you have a dishwasher on this end, and use a dishwasher end panel or a base end panel return. That is going to be another way that you can hide that box. Otherwise, if you do have a box over there, it's not suggested to put a drawer on that side, because the drawer will interfere with the box for that electrical. You can have doors on that side, but again, not necessarily a drawer. If you are going to be putting a drawer on that side, you more than likely will need at least a 3-inch electrical chase, so that that electrical wire can run up the side of the cabinets, since we're not building that side out. Now, as we do move on, one thing to note about this sink wall over here, we do have the sink centered right there. We do also have, of course, the electrical pulled for the garbage disposal unit. The dishwasher is going to go to the right hand side of the sink. So back to the island, we won't be putting a dishwasher inside of this island over here. It will be over here with the sink area. And then we also do have the white wires, which are going to be some under cabinet lighting. So we will be having some under cabinet lighting inside of these cabinets. Now, as far as this window goes, this existing window is actually going to be taken out, reframed to a smaller size. So that is where we did measure to, which is going to be this size is going to be where the rough opening is going to be, meaning that we are going to have that jack stud on the inside over here, and then have the actual supporting studs right over here, instead of where they are currently. So that is something that is going to be changing with this area over here. Again, this window size is going to be smaller, and we did measure for the smaller window size. We did not measure this larger window size here. So that is something to keep in mind while we are designing, or as everything is going. please verify that this window was reduced in size prior to placing the order for the cabinetry. As you can see, we do have a wing wall over here, which will go ahead and encase the cabinetry on both sides. So with that being said, please do remember that we do need at least an 1.5 inch filler on this side, 1.5 inch to a 2-inch filler on this side over here as well. This side will use a 4-inch wide casing, according to the homeowners. We do plan on having a 4-inch wide casing around here. We also plan on having a 4-inch wide casing around the window. Now you do have some measurements for that being said, and one other thing that we do want to take into account is, in addition to that 4-inch casing, we do also want to make sure we have at least a 3-inch margin from the edge of the casing to the end of the cabinets. We do not want to overcrowd the window or the doorway themselves. So with that being said, just remember, we are going to be making this, reframing this window area to be smaller. We do have a 4-inch casing planned, and with an additional 3-inch margin of space on either side. That means with that overall size of the new window size, which is going to be, I believe, 53 inches, 53 3/4 inches, which is where that rough opening is going to be. We would want to add 7 inches or 14 inches overall to that overall width of the window, and that is going to give you the limits of where your cabinets are going to be. Now, same thing for over here. Again, remember 3-inch spacing on either side, that way from the actual molding itself. Now, going over here, we do have a plan for the stove to be over here. Now, we are going to be putting in a gas stove inside of here, so a gas line still does need to be ran to put in the gas stove over here, but we do have the electrical whip already coming up for the hood that is going to be placed over the stove. Now, with that being said, we are looking at this design, and as you can see, it looks like we do have actually a and this is going to be the refrigerator area here. Just looking at some of these elevations real quickly. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. This is the back of the island here, and then this would be the front of the island on this side. This is going to be the window space area, again making sure we have 3-inch spacing in between here. And then for this stove area over here, as you can see, we have a decorative freestanding stove hood. So instead of having the 36 inches of space, we want to make sure that we do have the 3 inches of spacing on either side, which would put us at a 42-inch space for that decorative hood. And that is going to be the space that would be required or should be had at minimum for this hood area, going right above this cabinet over here. Now, with that being said, as you did see, we do have a tall cabinet going right over here. We have 109-inch ceilings. That is going to be from the subfloor to the assumed 1/2-inch drywall on the ceiling right over here. Again, we don't have any drywall on site at this moment. They are going to be measuring for drywall today, where you may see some people walk around, but we should have 109 inches from the subfloor, from this concrete subfloor to the finished drywall as far as the overall height goes. Now, with that being said, this doorway right over here is going to be a pocket door. This is going to be the actual doorway. The pocket door will slide in this way, and this will be where your new refrigerator is going to be. The current refrigerator was measured. The homeowners did measure the current depth of the refrigerator to the front of the doors to be 32 inches. However, they're not 100% sure if they are going to keep that refrigerator or purchase a new refrigerator. Just please remember that all model numbers for all of your appliances, your refrigerator, dishwasher, the stove, the hood, all of those appliances, please do send them in to your designer. That way they're able to look over all of the sizes prior to ordering the cabinetry and making sure that all of the cabinetry, all of the appliances will fit as you plan inside of the cabinetry. This will also be important because we do want to make sure we have at least that 36 inches of space in front of your refrigerator. We wouldn't want to go any closer than that. The homeowners will be taking some blue tape to tape this area out so that they can go ahead and plan that out as well. Other than that, that is going to be everything for this kitchen area right here. Let's go ahead and go over to the master bathroom area, which this is the elevation for that. So I'll hit pause and walk over there now. All right, we just made it over here to the master bathroom area. This is going to be the master bathroom area with the measurements measurements just one more time before we start going into this one. So this is going to be her side of the master bathroom area, where we do have just a straight countertop going all the way across. We are actually going to be changing this duplex outlet right over here, this GFCI duplex outlet, into a quad outlet is what the homeowner would like. So let's go ahead and make sure that we do plan on that. Having the towel bar right next to the large mirror that she'll have as well on this wall. Now, with that being said, it may be beneficial for the homeowners to go ahead and talk to their electrician. They do want some accessories installed inside of their cabinets. Some of these accessories may be available from the cabinet company themselves. Some of them are not available from the cabinet companies themselves. However, they can be installed after the fact or aftermarket as well. So go ahead and view a couple of those items. Make sure you do go ahead and get the specifications. And again, the model numbers will be crucial at this point. So if you do want to have some of those hair dryer accessories or electrical accessories inside of your cabinets, I think that they are amazing and they are great. That can be done over here. However, when you do look at those specifications, you will be required to have an outlet placed behind your cabinet. So because you have your walls open right now and your electrician will be coming back for a couple of different things, it would be beneficial for you to look at those items now to decide if you would want those to be installed inside of your cabinets at a later date, and have your electrician go ahead and plan to put a outlet behind this wall over here, just whenever they are ready to go ahead and do that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to his side of the vanity right over here. As you can see, we do have a window space right over here, which we do have at least 26.5 inches, and that will be from the drywall to the edge of the casing on this one over here. And then we do have 81.25 of an inch. That is going to be from the drywall to the edge of this casing. Same will be true on her side over here. 81.25 of an inch from the drywall to the edge of this casing. We also have the center lines, again, measured from the drywall to the center line of each one of these vanities. Please note that with this one over here, it is shifted over to the left a little bit more. So you may need to go ahead and shift the actual sink instead of the entire cabinet over. That is something that you can do inside of the programs that we use. So she would like to go ahead and see that so that she can see if this plumbing needs to be shifted over back to the right, or if it is okay where it is right now. With that being said, again, we have 109-inch ceilings inside of this room. Again, from the subfloor all the way up to the drywall itself is what we are planning. We do plan on having LVP inside of this room as well at this moment. One thing to note is that although there is no plans for tile to be inside of this room here, just keep in mind, as long as you are installing a floating floor, that keyword being a floating floor, whether it is engineered hardwood, laminate, LVP, vinyl, or something of that nature, anything that is floating, we do not want those to go underneath your cabinets. That is where you start getting the buckling or the separation issues with those types of floors. So again, the flooring should be installed up to your cabinets or installed after your cabinets have been installed if it is a floating floor. Now, if the floor is going to be attached to your home, such as tile or hardwood floor, and having that nailed or glued down, then that can go from wall to wall and can be installed prior to your cabinets instead of after your cabinetry. But that is going to be the determining factor, is the type of flooring. If it is floating or if it is a non-floating floor, that will determine if it goes after your cabinets or before your cabinets themselves. So again, we do have that spacing right over here, so we have more than enough depth for the countertop. The countertop will come close to the edge of this casework over here, but we should still have some spacing there for that, so that should be okay. And then we do have, again, on this side over here, we have actually 30.25 of an inch to the edge of the casing for this doorway, assuming we are still using the 4-inch casing going all around the doorways inside of the master bathroom as well as the window itself. Now, other than that, that is going to be everything that we do have for you today. If you do have any questions, please feel free to give me a call. My name is Cedric with Right Way Cabinets. My phone number is 847-651-7278. Thank you, and hope you have a splendid and blessed day.